Oh, you guys are going? Go ahead.
No, I gotta walk back over here to take pictures.
I'll go do it. Oh my goodness, she's doing cartwheels.
What's the most important thing that you can do for your health and your safety? Get out of your chair. Don't let the chair kill you.
Got it?
This is me in Sedona, Arizona, as I walked out on the ledge of Devil's Bridge after a hike to get there from the trailhead.
It's
and all I can
much wider
say
than you think
is that
when you get out here.
sometimes you do not expect that you're going to do something. I did not plan to do this. I got there after the hike and I thought, yes, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to find out what it's like. And I did it. And I think sometimes you have to challenge yourself and you have to get out and find out what is your basal limit. What can you handle? Here you see the ice. There was a water running down from the mountain, but it had frozen overnight, so it was a sheet of ice. In order to cross this ice, I had to cross that in order to go over to the bridge. And the only way you cross it was to step on two stones that were in the middle that were raised just slightly. So you had to make sure that you stepped perfectly on those stones. If you hit the ice, you might slip, and if you fell on that ice, the ice is just basically sloping toward over the cliff. And this is up pretty high, as you can see. So sometimes, I was laying in bed that night thinking about whether I should have done this or not. Was it worth the risk? But sometimes life presents risks, and you have to take risk. That's what risk assessment is all about when it comes to our self-defense. A lot to think about. Let's talk about this more. I've said this before in other videos, and I'll say it again. If you want to get to a certain place in life, if you want to get to a certain place to see the view, if you want to achieve a goal, you have to start doing it now, step by step, toward that goal so that you can enjoy that view or that success or that point in your life, whether it's early retirement or it's self-defense or whatever. You have to put in the effort. You can't just sit back and expect life is going to come to you. In this barren landscape in Arizona, we spent a wonderful week, flew into Phoenix, went to Sedona, Arizona, and then worked our way up to Page, and then back down. And it's a barren landscape, almost, to me, this is like, looks like the moon. It's pretty stark, but the scenery is great. The sky is usually without clouds, and it was just beautiful hiking weather. Some wonderful caves we went to that are carved from the water. When they have the floods in the summer, the water can flood through this canyon and create these wonderful underground caves down in the canyon. And it was just really a good adventure. But to get there, you have to be willing to make the effort to hike there, to drive there, to fly there. You have to be willing to say, my time and my expense is worth the effort in order to achieve these goals, and because it's going to pay back to you more than you ever expected. This is the Horseshoe Bend in Arizona, and wonderful views, and it's just worth the trip. And so I say, one of the ways to find out what you're made of is to travel and to go to places where not only do you travel, sometimes it's urban, a lot of times we spend a lot of times navigating subways and trains and buses within cities and from here to there, and that's really a mental and physical challenge. Sometimes we go to remote areas like this and we'll do hiking and we'll do remote challenges, and sometimes it's dangerous, as you can see over this cliff. Sometimes you just have to have all of your senses engaged in order to be able to think and to really think about yourself to sort of get back into line and in tune before you go back to your daily life. Now you saw the dam I just showed earlier that created Lake Powell. This is Lake Powell up in Page, Arizona, and this is the beginning of the rafting ride all the way down through the Colorado River. This is a group getting set up to do a multi-day, really long rafting trip. This is really the kind of tough challenge that some people thrive on, and I think I can relate to this. I think this is noble. It's you testing your mind and your body to find out what you're made of. The more that you can test and know what you're made of, the more you can handle other stresses of life. And so physical challenges, mental challenges are really good for you. And I think these guys going to have a beautiful ride down the Colorado, and we're going to follow the Colorado down to the Grand Canyon. Not with this group, but that's where we're headed. So that's where we're going from here. This was just a great place to see at Lee's Ferry. It's a typical loading place to get on the Colorado, a very famous historical place. Now that's going to bring them all the way through to the Grand Canyon here along the Colorado River. And I've been here multiple times before, but every time I come, I'm impressed. It is just an incredible place that makes you think about how it was formed and how long it took to create such a landscape, to erode away all of that rock by water over time is very impressive. So, think about making travel and adventurous travel and physical effort, types of travel as part of your daily endeavors. Try to go to see sites like those in Arizona. We went to places like Bell Rock and various other rocks. We climbed up here on one that was called the Vortex, and we just did various hikes, and we went to some scenic overlooks. A lot of times it was out in the hot sun directly, but we went in January, so I would highly recommend it if anybody's interested in going on one of these types of adventure trips. January weather was actually quite nice out there. It was a little cold, but it's certainly better than I think the summer weather. So, push yourself. This channel is about tactical fitness. If you understand your baseline, you understand your fitness level, and you understand your abilities and your skill set in terms of navigating terrain and in terms of hiking and knowing your physical limits. You have to know your physical limits in order to know what you can handle as a self-defender. So think about these things, folks. That's all I got to say about this one. Everybody be safe. Take care. See you next time.
Ooh. That's steep right there. Got it.